Well, namaste, and Happy New Year to my Sagittarius family and collectors and cross watchers that come to the channel. I'm Tigra, and this is Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All. I hope you all had a blessed holiday and a beautiful New Year. Let's pray upon new beginnings, new door openings, closures to past chapters in our life, and just receiving God's blessing, our angels' messages, and coming together in peaceful harmony so that we may live an abundant life. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, Happy New Year and welcome. This is going to be your general monthly love reading for the month of January in the year 2025. And just a quick reminder that these readings are general, but they are timeless. So even though I'm doing it in this period of time, you can still refer back to this whenever you feel drawn to it, if there's a message that you missed or a message that you need to receive again. As always, this is done with positive intent, and I ask for my free services here that you share, like, and comment. And if you haven't subscribed, but you like the content, you like the sound of my voice, or you just like the effort that I put into our Sagittarius family, by all means, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to do any of those things, to share, like, or subscribe or comment. But what it does do, especially for a small channel like myself, it helps the content move up the YouTube algorithm so that the rest of the Sagittarius community, and hopefully some other Sag who's out there in need of these messages, can make their day, can give them hope, inspire them, and bring out the light worker within them, can receive these messages. So thank you again and Happy New Year. So let's get right to it. It is a new year. We're going to cleanse the space, which I always do, so you can lower your volume at the beginning of my videos, because I do ring the chimes or a bell to cleanse the space, to bring in new energy and to tap in with the positivity of the angels, my ancestors, your ancestors, and all that is good in the universe. So Heavenly Father, as you protect me and you protect those and you guide those to this content and to these videos, please guide me to the messages that you and the angels and our ancestors in the universe sees fit for the monthly energies for Sagittarius for this month of January. What are the general overall energies and messages as we start the new year for Sagittarius? So I'm just shuffling. You know, I usually always pre-shuffle and pray over the deck and everything before I begin, but sometimes I shuffle in between. I have a small workspace, so that's why you don't see me doing too much shuffling on camera, but believe me, everything is shuffled and prayed over. We're going to be guided to one card to kind of direct us to the general focus. This is something that I'm doing different. I'm going to do different spins this year on my readings. And again, I would love your comments if you appreciate the new things I'm going to be doing on the channel. Card to focus. Every month, I want to give us a challenge, a task, so to speak, a goal to focus on one thing according to the messages that the universe is guiding us to. So we get the Magician card. What a beautiful focus card to start out with for the first month of January. What is the Magician card? Well, the Magician card is the card that reminds you that mostly everything you desire, the gifts, the talents, the fortitude, God has already blessed you with. God has already given you the insight from the time of birth, time of conception, for what it is you were supposed to be, what you're destined to be, and how you can go about doing that abundantly. It gives you the willpower, the influence. It makes you the master manifester of your destiny. It inspires you and reminds you, the Magician card, to take action, to focus, to concentrate. That sometimes it's just that we get so wrapped up in the world, its problems, its issues, our family's problems, right? Our love life and everything else, that sometimes the answer is so there in plain as day in front of us. But because we're discouraged, because we're distracted, because we may be blocking our own blessings, or our blessings may be blocked externally, we fail to concentrate and focus. The Magician card also reminds us to know that we're resourceful. Again, we have access to a lot of information. We have a lot of information and truth within. We have a lot of answers within. But we just have to remind ourselves of that and take the action to tap into our own intuitive gifts. It reminds us of our intellect, how smart we are, how brilliant God has made each of us. So I love that. The focus card for the month of January is the Magician. Let this be the month that you focus or refocus if you've lost focus on your personal skills, your aptitude, how you approach life, how you look at life. Are you using and doing everything to the best of your ability? Are there hidden talents or talents that you are quite well aware of that you're not tapping into? Are you called to be a light worker, a spiritualist, a doctor, a nurse, or journalist? Whatever it is that you're called to do, that you have the skill set, that you have the tools from all four elements and all that God has blessed within you. Are you ignoring them? Are you putting them into practice? For those of us who ask, what is my purpose, God? Well, one way to know your purpose is to know your truth and to know who you are and what God has given you. He's given you something extra or something special, unique to someone else. So take time this month to tap into the magic within you, the magic around you. How do you take what you have and what you can contribute, not only to yourself, but I always say to others? How do we pay it forward? How can we take our skills to make the world a better place? Where are our skills needed? How can we be of service to others with the gifts and the tools that God has already embodied in us? So may this be the year that you are the magic that you create. You are the joy that you create and that you add to and that you tap into your life. Let's just see at the bottom of the deck what could be clarifying that. Well, we get the beautiful Ace of Swords. And that deals with the energy of truth, vision, again, tapping into focusing. So we want to start out this new year, leaving the past behind, taking from it the lessons and the things that we need to help us elevate and grow and to remind us to not go backwards, but all the pain and the misery and the suffering and the letdowns and the setback, we're not going to bring that energy into this January or into this new year. We're going to learn to communicate within ourselves and to ourselves as we try to tap into and to find that magic within us, to tap into and reconnect with those talents and gifts within us. The Ace of Swords clarifying the Magician also reminds you again, be truthful to yourself with what God has blessed you with. Sometimes we feel that we don't have enough, or we have jealous or envy of others. If we only took the time to be appreciative and really look at what God has given to you personally, the doors that He's opened for you, the talents and skills that maybe, yes, others might have, but you might just have an extra little spin on it. If we take more time in this January and in this new year to focus on ourselves first and be the beautiful version of ourselves that God has given us the tools to be, then not only will we be better for ourselves and our family and our loved ones, but then we'll be able to truthfully live our purpose and be of service to God and to others as He would want us to be. So make firm decisions on how you're going to use your tools this year. Be clear and have clarity on knowing what your gifts and talents are and what they're not. Because sometimes so many of us waste our time on gifts and talents and things that really can't fulfill us, or that's not the path or direction that we should take. That is not where our strength is. Let's work in the areas with the gifts and talents that we know we have strength in. Let's focus on the things that we need to work on, the things that we know can elevate us and help us grow. Let's see the vision for our life and our purpose. Let's see the vision with the magic that we can create for ourselves. Let's compel and force ourselves to see the greater good within us and not be depressed and not beat ourselves up for not getting it right, or maybe having to, go at it and try again. But the blessing is that God has given us, He's the resourceful creator, and He has given us those gifts and tools. It's how we used to apply them, or how we wish to apply them, and if we apply them, is what makes the difference between being successful and abundant and being poor and destitute. So we thank you for that message and that direction, and I hope that during this 30 days or 31 days of January, you will focus on the magic within you. Tap into the elements of the air, fire, water, earth, right? Tap into all the elements. Be part of the elements. Bring those elements into your home and your surroundings, into your prayer space. Pray and give thanks to them and use them. And more importantly, as part of your magical tools and the magic within you, use them and respect them. Respect God's grace and the tools and the elements that He's given you to use. Let's see what else we have for the month of January. Oh, I see we have here the Three of Cups, the Three of Coins, the Two of Wands, the Star card, which always deals with being hopeful, which I love. And at the bottom of the deck, we get the Five of Swords. So as it is a new year with the energy of the Five of Swords, it's a reminder that this is the time, this point in your life, this cycle in your life, this day in your life, as you look at this video, as you embrace the new year, it's time to shift the energy, or you can feel the shift in the energy within the world. It's time to change things up. Maybe it's time in your life to spice it up with the help of you tapping into your gifts, with the help of you focusing and giving clarity and vision to your life and to the truth of what your purpose is. You can adapt and change with the energy and go with the shift. Do things differently. Like I always stress in my videos, that if things are not working out, if you're hitting a wall, doing something or going after someone or going after something time and time again, and you keep getting failed results, or it's not working out the way you would like it to, at some point you have to realize that's a strong indication that's not meant for you. This is the time of the year where, as energies shift, we make amends for the past. We're open to the unexpected. We realize that there'll be many surprises within this new year. We embrace the change. We get rid of the self-doubt. And we adapt to what is about to come into our life and into the world. This is a time this month where many of you, if you've been a recluse or you haven't been going out in the past year or months, this is a reminder for you. Get out there and live life. Don't let life pass you by. You want to be abundant, you want to grow, you need to interact. You need to network. You need to be in communication with people. So go to those family reunions, go to those school reunions, reunite yourself, whether you use social media or you just pick up the telephone call and call a friend or check in with each other this year. Let's not just fall into being on social media for negative reasons. Yes, let's use social media this year to find friends or family that we've lost in contact with, to keep in contact with them with positive news, not with gossip, but on how, again, we can communicate, we can release stress, we can grow and collaborate together. The Three of Cups energy reminds you this new year, and as the energy shifts, be collaborative in your artistic pursuits. For those of you where you realize that you do have artistic gifts, how can you apply those gifts or find others who can help you use your gifts or produce your gifts to the world, advertise your gifts to the world, help you sell things or market things, set up a website. This is why you need to go out there and communicate and have communion with people, because there are people in place waiting for you to make that connection, so that the things that you need to gravitate to and the things that are your blessings that are awaiting you can take place. As you know, people come in our life for a season and a reason. And there are many reasons why there are many people waiting to come into your life, Sagittarius, this season. With the Three of Coins energy, doing it together. A reminder as you start this new year, even with all the gifts that you and I have, and we can't do it alone. Yes, there are many things we can do independently. And I'm a true Sag. I want to do it myself. I'm going to do it and do it until I fail and get back up on my feet again and try again. But sometimes there are times when you need that helping hand. You need that additional advice, that consultation, the community, the collaboration. So this year, learn to work better with your teams within your job. Learn to work better with your family and communication. Be willing to let people help you or be of service to others when you can. A reminder that you have to be able to say, I let go and let God. Not everything you have to try to do on your own, because it's a lot of things we can't achieve on our own. So open up yourself and resonate to the fact that when you need help, you should ask for it, and when help is being offered, don't deny it if you really need it, especially when the help is coming to you in a positive and good way. There's opportunities if you visualize with the Two of Wands. Many of you are out there. You've been looking now for the past weeks or months. How do I change my life, or how do I adapt to the change of whatever's going to happen in the world, or whatever is going to happen in this cycle of life for me? You've been doing the future planning. You want to make a change. You want to be able to adapt to the change. You want to make sure that you can fit in whatever dynamics or situation you find yourself in this year. There are strong decisions that you must make for your life. So it's a time of reflection. It's a time of concentration, especially when we're faced with a new year, with changes, with new rules, right? New ways of communication. The world is changing. We're changing so rapidly. Many of us are aging. It puts us in different cycles and in different brackets of life where we really do have to take time to clarify and to have a true understanding of where we are and where we want to go, and to deal with the circumstances as life applies it to us along our journey. With the energy of the star, this just kind of communicates and collects with all of what we've spoken on so far, that the new year is the time of renewal. The new year is where you can remind yourself, life is not a failure. You're not a failure. Maybe you just got it wrong. Maybe it wasn't meant for you to do that thing or be successful at it at that particular time. Or maybe it's not meant for you. But you never give up trying. You never give up hope. You always keep the faith. It's a reminder that when you're spiritually grounded and you tap into your faith and you have a relationship with God and with your ancestors and your spirituality, it can help you navigate through the unknown times, the challenging times, through the new year when there's new possibilities, but there's also concern for the unknown and the challenges along the year ahead. And even though we're afraid of the unknown, we don't need to get lost in it. We have to learn to let the unknown and the unexpected work for our benefit rather than consider it something of bad luck. The star energy reminds us this is a beautiful time of renewal. It's the greatest time of healing for many of us, to remain calm as long as we tap into and believe our faith. A time of peace, a time to cleanse ourselves of the old past hurt and pain, and make a promise to ourselves that we're going to allow love and light to rule the day, not past pain and past hurt. In the middle of the deck, we get the Moon card, which I've been speaking all about throughout this reading, about the certainty of the uncertain and unexpected happening in our life during this month of January, and as we go fully into this new year. With the unexpected, there's going to be some times when your intuition is going to be blocked. And you might not be able to tap into something. And it's not because you're not trying. It's not because you're not using your tools. It's because it's not meant for us to know everything. Everything has to be done in God's timing. And in divine timing, it will be known to you when it should be. The moon energy reminds us that in this month of January, some of us are going to suffer anxiety. We're going to have an illusion of what we want our life to be, of what we perceive our life to be, but the reality of what it truly is. The reminder that not everything is black and white, and not everyone is truthful and honest to us in our life or in this world. That there still is a lot of deception and misconception that we will deal with unexpectedly in our life. But deal with it and expect it we must. One more card to close out the tarot. But with all of that said, we get the beautiful 10 of Cups. That reminds us that not only in this month of January, but for this new year, there is so much hope for that happy life, for that harmony, the opportunity for each of us and the world to be emotionally fulfilled, to seek and to have peace and divine love within ourselves, and the stability in our lives, not only for ourselves, but in our families as well. So even though there's going to be challenges, there's unforeseen things that we're going to experience, and life is not, it's not a catwalk. There's still going to be some great opportunities. You're going to experience a lot of joy. And this month of January, this first month of this new year, is where you start taking those steps to allow yourself to believe that, and to walk into your faith, and to walk into your life and world, believing that your happiness is there. Your happiness will come. Some of you are experiencing your happiness right now. Others of you, again, not knowing what to expect, you live out of fear. But if you live with faith and let God hold your hand and follow his footsteps and his footprint, all will be well. Let's tap into one of my favorite decks for the new year to see what else we get. A reminder that life isn't fair, and it's not. And it's probably never going to be. But it can't stop us from being who we are destined to be. It can't stop us from loving each other and loving God and loving life. And going out there and aiming high and wide for whatever it is that we desire for ourselves, for the world, and for our family. Flip the script. What did we just speak about, right? About maybe it's time to change things up. So 2 strong messages for the month of January. Focusing, having clarity, using your gifts and skills, and changing it up. Change up what hasn't been working for you. Stop doing the same dull routine. Stop living in your comfort zone. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to really get the comfort and joy and the abundance that you seek in your life. So behind the deck we get, don't let anyone make decisions for you. Maybe that's something that you do. You let your friends or your spouse or your significant other, or you let others influence your life so greatly that you don't tap into yourself. You're not using your gifts. You're not listening to your inner voice. It's great to get people's opinion and get a third opinion and to research things, but ultimately you have to do what your gut and soul tells you to do for you, Sagittarius. So if that's something that you struggled with and it hasn't worked out for you in the past, what a great opportunity now in this new year, in this month of January, to decide, I'm going to walk and live my path according to my inner truth and peace. What it is that I desire, what I feel comfortable with, and what I know I want for my life. Yes, if I get confused or I need help and I want to get additional information and guidance, it is there for me. And yes, we should receive it, but we don't have to put it into our decision making, and we shouldn't base our decision making in this life upon what others say. So for those of you who have that habit of giving control of the will to others other than God or to yourself, this is a wide opener, eye opener to you, that these are the things, or this is one of the great things that you need to flip the script and change. Stop giving other people control of your life, and stop putting stock, so much stock, I want to say, in a lot of the things that people say. Because what might work for them might not necessarily work for you. So I love that. Let me just go to the middle of the deck, since this is my favorite deck, to see what else we get. If you can't shake a feeling, it means something. If you can't shake a feeling, it means something. Don't ignore your inner voice. Don't ignore that inner child that's crying out, that is trying to tell you, don't go that way. Don't date that person. Don't take that job. Don't buy that house. Don't use that credit card. If you can't shake a feeling, if your intuitiveness and your inner voice and your inner child is trying to tell you something, you're getting, the quivers, you're getting the butterflies, whatever that feeling is, and we each know what it means to us, how we react to something when we're like, no, I have doubts on that. I don't think I should do that. I don't think I should be with that. I don't think I should go there. I don't think I should partake. Whenever you get that feeling like something or someone is not for you, or you shouldn't take part in it or take heed to it, don't ignore those signs. So if you've been ignoring the signs, whether it's the spiritual signs, the emotional signs, the financial signs, the signs that you get from your angels and your ancestors in your dreams, if you can't shake it, and these messages and signs are coming to you repeatedly, it means something. Use it. It's just Vision the Fool card, where the dog is barking as he's about to leap off, not knowing where he's going, not knowing that he might fall flat in his face, and the dog is trying to say, don't take a next step, right? The dog is barking, right? For those of us like myself and Kathy and others of you who have beautiful pets, especially dogs, because they will bark and let their owner know when they're in danger, or look ahead, be careful. That's the same sign that the universe gives you, that your intuitiveness gives you when you shouldn't do something. You shouldn't be somewhere. You shouldn't go somewhere. You shouldn't be with a particular someone. So please don't ignore the signs this year. Use these gifts and talents that you have. Use the messages and signs that your angels and ancestors are giving you to avoid certain situations, or quite the opposite, trying to show you the positive things or the good things that you can direct yourself to or gravitate to. So I love that. As we continue on with the general message, guilt is a normal feeling. Just breathe and let it go. Again, you're not going to beat yourself up with your past failures, what you couldn't have done, who left your life, who's not coming in. You can feel guilty. It's a normal feeling, but then shake it and go through it. It's just like mourning. You experience it, you navigate through it, and then you go back to living life. Remind yourself this year when you feel overwhelmed, even if you can't get time, when you're going through something, to meditate and to pray over it. Just breathe in, breathe out, and let it go and give it to God. You could use some self-care time this year, more than some of you have been giving yourself. Some of you need it now. So this is a good time. You don't have to do nothing fancy. You can't get to a spa or a gym or anything like that. Just go out and walk in nature. Pay more time looking at your spiritual readings, or whatever it is that you do that gives you peace and calm, that allows you to breathe in and to let it go. Schedule more me time in your life this year. More self-care. From going to getting your hair done, your nails done, guys, for getting your beards all shaped up and groomed, treating yourself to a new suit or a new top, doing the personal things that make you feel better, that make you love yourself, because it all begins with self-love. So schedule time this year as you write in your journals and you make your budgets and you make your vision boards, which I hope many of you will continue to do. Adapt and change your vision board for each year, or you could still use the same vision board. But make sure you find time to care and to love on you. Have more understanding with yourself and others this year. Again, the burdens of life will come, but they will go. It's life. Look at the innocence in life and the innocence of yourself. Go out there in nature and in life. Life is an adventure. It is meant for you to live. So if you've been a hermit last year, this is the year you're going to go out there and live life. Especially for Sagittarius, we're the travelers. We love to experience things. We're a free spirit. You're not living your truth if you're a Saggy and you're not out there enjoying life and wonderful adventures. The thunderbolt energy, those shaking tower moments are going to happen. The unexpected. The reminders that a lot of the things that we have our principles on are not built on strong foundation. So expect the unexpected. Expect to shake up your life, or your life to be shaken up for you. It's only to get rid of what no longer works or what you have outgrown, and to open your eyes and to see the vision of where you should be applying your energies, how you should be applying your energies, where you should go out and live life and find adventure, and hopefully along that adventure find love, peace, joy, and your purpose within this life. Bring harmony and peace in your life by living life, by loving life, and not tapping into the past or anything that brings you hurt or sorrow. Don't let laziness be a factor. Like I always say, get off the bench. Don't be a spectator in life. Live life. There's going to be transformation, as we know. With the new year, there's new energy. We get rejuvenated. It's a time of change, a metamorphosis. We need to bloom back into whoever it is that we need to be, whoever it is we desire to be. A reminder that the opportunity is there now more than ever for abundance in your life. The new year is like a rebirth. The energy of 10, it starts with you. You were born into this world by yourself, unless you came in with a twin, right? But the rebirth starts, that rebuilding, that tapping into your intuitiveness, that tapping into your magical skills and gifts, all starts with the idea and love of who you are and the appreciation and understanding of who you are and what you are meant to be. To take back control in your life this new year and this month of January, especially for those of you who, again, as we earlier mentioned, tend to let others take control, or you tend to listen more to what others say other than what you feel your heart and soul tell you. As we come to a close, the angel of knowledge is with us this month of January, and also the angel of detoxification. Let's go to the book to see what the angel of knowledge is reminding us. The angel of knowledge is hearing this message in the month of January for this new year to remind you, Sagittarius, to believe in yourself. You have access to universal knowledge. All you need to do is ask for assistance. Wow. Wow. Thank you, angels. Because isn't that what we've kind of mentioned and gone over in this reading? We started out with the focus card for this month, the Magician, which taps into us having access to this universal knowledge through our gifts and talents. Then we got the card about, and we discussed about, we can't do it alone all the time as much as we try to be independent. There are times in life that we need each other. We need help. We can't do it alone. All you need to do is ask for assistance. It doesn't mean you're weak. You're actually strong when you can admit to yourself you need help, you need guidance. So this card has come about for us this month of January because for some of us, we could be in the middle of taking a big exam for study, or we're pursuing a big job, a career change, or some type of challenge in our life where we need to study and focus. And this is a reminder with the angel of knowledge that is with you that you've got this. If you did all the studying, you put the hard work in, you're going to ace these exams, okay? So avoid the stress and anxiety. Focus. Focus. You have the knowledge. Call upon the angel of knowledge for those of you who have big exams, or you're going for big positions, you're changing jobs, to remind you that you have the skill sets. An affirmation is, I have the ability and knowledge to pass this exam. I know I can achieve my goals and finalize my study with the help of the angel of knowledge by my side. Together, we and I can access to higher knowledge. The angel detoxification. Well, what is detoxification? Getting rid of the toxicity, the people, place, things, or energies or vices that we use that are not for our greater good. They do more harm than good. Your body is healthy, happy, and healed. We all have our personal challenges with our weight and what we eat and our diet and our exercise. This card has come out for Sagittarius to remind us not only is the angel of knowledge with us this month, but also the angel of detoxification. Because sometimes our bodies become overly stressed from the pressures that we place upon it through our daily walk of life. Your angel of detoxification is here to remind you that he and she is here to assist you and helping you and guiding you on ways to detoxify your body. This detoxification allows you to work out and clear the stress, the addictions, the bad habits, the unhealthy food and diet and things that you may be consuming. This in turn will help you to better focus and to deal better with your stress. So draw closer and call upon the angel of detoxification. Because remember, we just said we can't do it alone, right? So we need to call upon these angels. Doesn't have to necessarily be someone in the earthly plane. It can be on the spiritual plane as your angels. So from this day forward, call upon your angel of detoxification to assist you in transforming and changing your lifestyle this new year, so you'll be able to live a more healthier and more focused, stress-free life. And I know I, for one, am really going to try to work with the angel of detoxification this year. And if you're going to make a commitment to work with any of these two angels this year, and especially in this month, please comment below which angel you pick to use, even if you pick both, and why. And let me know throughout the year how your communion of working with these angels has helped you with your knowledge, has helped you with the detoxification. So now is the best time, more than ever in this new year, to ask the angel of detoxification to give you the strength to give up the alcohol or to have less. You can still, drink and enjoy the things that we should have or could have, but in moderation. The substances, the soft drinks, the caffeine, the sweets, right? It's not bad when we have one here or there, but when we're constantly feeding it and not putting the right nutrients in our body, it can become a problem, right? An affirmation is, I allow my angel of detoxification to guide me in life's choices of healthy food and also beverages. I am now guided to eat and consume foods and drinks that are beneficial so that I have a healthy mind, body, and spirit. Because when you have a healthy mind, body, and spirit, you can achieve clarity, right? You can tap into your intuitiveness. You can then see and appreciate the magician and the magic within you and use your tools to live out your life abundantly. As we tap into our final cards, we get love and unleash your creativity. Many of you, your love in your life is your creativity, is your talents. Here again is such a strong focus that for many of you, even if your love life is not where you want it to be, even if you don't have companion, most of you have a great love and desire and connection to your talents and to your gifts. So put your love into that and tap into and open up those creativities in your life. Final card of sexuality, but let's got another card to go with that, and hole in the soul. Some of you might feel empty because of lack of relationships. Maybe you haven't had sex in a while. Maybe you haven't been intimate with someone for years. Maybe you're celibate. But whatever the reason is that there is a void in your life romantically or intimately, don't let it be a hole in your soul. You could be hurting and lacking from this and not knowing that you're using it in a negative way to stop you from living life. Let's see what we can get to turn that around. Look at the beauty within you. Not just your outer beauty, but the inner beauty that you give to the world and you can give to others. You can still make communion and have friends and family and have healthy relationships with people. It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual. And with everything going on in the world, you know what? Maybe it's good that some of us aren't sexually active. We have to learn to find the other beauty that exists in us, the most honest and beautiful beauty that we have, and that's our inner spirit and our glow. As we end with have faith when you feel that hole in your soul and that burning in your desire can't be found, or that you're not tapping into your gifts and your talents, or you don't see the road or door of opportunities ahead of you. When you fail to realize that your beauty is more than skin deep, your truest beauty is within you. So Sagittarius, I hope this general reading that we started out for the month of January can open up your heart and your eyes, will give you the tools to remind you of your gifts and tools that you need to use. That the unknown and unexpected is still going to happen even in this new year, but you're going to be better equipped and more spiritually in tuned to receive it, to work through the flow of it, and still continue to live life in a positive way. Thank you for being with me here. I will continue posting throughout these days and weeks your general messages for the months of the new year, as well as the month of January. And don't forget that I do readings here not only monthly and weekly, but I also do readings on your life, your love, your finance, your careers, your karmic energies, your ex, your singles, your couples, the messages from your ancestors, numerology, the charms. There are so many facets and tools that I use that the universe has gifted me and presented me with to be able to tap in so that we can find our path, so that we can live in harmony and find our peace. So may we all tap into our gifts, find our joy, and live in peace for this new year. Again, I end with wishing you a beautiful, happy, prosperous, and blessed new year. And I thank you for joining me again for yet another new year. May God bless you, your family, your journey, and your path. Namaste.